guys, it's your girl Joe here, back at you with another video. For you guys who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Joe, and this is a channel where we have open discussions through books and film, and sometimes I do lifestyle, traveling, and beauty related videos. But for today, I'm going to be filming my very first book haul in a long time, and I'm so excited because I just recently got back from my fellowship. And for those guys who have not checked out my video, I did talk about it at length about the fact that I was going to go on a month-long hiatus from YouTube videos and focus on my fellowship, which basically was preparing me to applying to grad school and applying me to PhD program specifically, and studying to become a humanities professor. So I am so excited about this fellowship. I'm so excited about applying to grad school in the fall, research that I'm doing in preparation for that. So the books that I have for you guys in this video is going to be a mix of books that I'm doing for my own research, whether it is for my academic research or my creative research for future book projects. And so I'm really excited to share them with you guys. Please let me know down below if you've read any of these books. Please no spoilers, because these are books that I have not read yet and I have not tackled. But I am interested to see how many of these books you guys have actually read or heard of, and just your thoughts on them. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into the video. The very first book I have is The Souls of Black Folk, written by W.E.B. Du Bois. I have read quite a few of his essays, so I'm really excited to actually read a book that he's written. This book is quoted by so many scholars from many different disciplines, from post-colonial theory to critical race theory, and so I'm really excited to get into this. This is actually very poignant for my research as well as for my own intellect, if you will. So I'm really excited to read this. If those guys who have heard of W.E.B. Du Bois or The Souls of Black Folk, let me know down below what you thought about it. So the next book that I have is The Kingdom of This World. This book actually centers on, definitely has a lot to do with my academic research, and this is written by a Cuban writer named Alejo Carpentier. If any of you guys have read anything from Alejo Carpentier or know any other Cuban writers, let me know down below, because I'm really looking forward to reading it. I've read a snippet of it and I really do love his prose, so I'm really excited to see what I come across in this book. The next book that I have was actually a gift to me, and this is a book written in, I believe it is a memoir. It has Creole, French, and English in it, and it's written by a Haitian, I believe she's Haitian, yeah, Haitian American? I want to say that she's Haitian American, but I'm not exactly sure. She's either Haitian American or Haitian, and she is a filmmaker. Her name is Jessica Genuis. I believe, I'm so sorry if I butchered that. My Creole and French is not the best. But this is basically a memoir of her experience living outside of Haiti and her discourse in terms of her experience being a Haitian in the Western world and her experiences as a filmmaker. And so I'm really excited to read it, practice my Creole and French in reading it, and so I'm really excited. I'm going to try to pronounce the title. The title says Yonti Cose Ak Sem. I'm so sorry, my Creole's so bad. The next three books that I have for you guys is actually three books from my favorite writer of all time, and that is Edwidge Danticat. And I actually did a review on her book, and I will leave it up above so you guys can go ahead and check my review on Breath Eyes Memory from last year. But this is The Dew Breaker, Farming of the Bones, and Click Clack. This is a collection of short stories which I did previously own but lost, and so I got another copy, and I do plan on finishing it. This is a romance centered on two Haitian people living in Dominican Republic during the regime of Trujillo. And for those guys who don't know who Trujillo is, he was a notorious Dominican dictator, and he is actually responsible for the massacre of Haitians in the early 20th century. And so I'm really excited to read this historical fiction. I love Edwidge's work, and I'm really, really excited to get to all three of these. I definitely will film a review on all of these, and I do plan on doing a video specifically dedicated to Edwidge Danticat as an author, and it is actually going to be my debut video for a series that I plan on doing where I evaluate specific authors. So I do plan on doing Edwidge Danticat, I do plan on doing Toni Morrison, I do plan on doing Ernest Hemingway and James Baldwin, and so she's going to be the very first author that I'm going to literally analyze throughout her different pieces and do specific reviews for them. So I look forward to that. The next book that I have, you guys, is another Haitian American writer, and that is Roxane Gay's Hunger. This is a memoir. Another memoir. I'm very excited to get into these two memoirs because I have I've only read A Movable Feast, and I have never read any other Haitian writer that was not Jacques Aumet or Edwige Danticat. So it would be really exciting for me to read more contemporary Haitian writers. So I'm really, really excited. And if you guys have read Hunger, let me know down below. I think this was #1 on the New York charts, and still I've heard nothing but great things about it. White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I've heard nothing but great things about it. I was actually recommended it by one of my friends in my cohort, in my fellowship, and she had nothing but great things to say about Zadie Smith and this book. So I'm really excited about it. I believe that it centers on the experiences that she has. So a lot of these, if you guys can't tell, there is this central theme of identity in the Western world, specifically from a Caribbean standpoint in most of the books that I've mentioned. So I'm really, really excited to get into this. The next book that I have is Mudbound by Hilary Jordan. This book is actually adapted a new Netflix original movie. It stars Mary J. Blige, which is the first thing that turned me on to it because I love Mary J. Blige. But there's also, I think, other people in it, like Carey Mulligan, I think, acts in it, and I forgot the name of this guy. He was in Tron Legacy. But there's a few people that I'm very much recognized from other movies that I've seen, and the premise of the book is so interesting. I do plan on reading it right after I finish the current book that I'm reading, which I'm going to go mention next, which is also part of this haul. But this book centers on the narrative of two different families. One, I think, poor white family and poor black family in the South after World War II, and they're connected through the friendship of the two sons of these families and their friendship. And so I'm really looking forward to getting into this novel. I'm so excited. It sounds so interesting, and I love anything post World War I or post World War II era. So it's going to be a very interesting read. If you've read it or seen the film, let me know down below, but please no spoilers because, again, I have not read it. The next book that I have for you guys is Call Me By Your Name by Anzle Assaman. This is an Egyptian writer who actually teaches at NYU. The critically acclaimed movie is actually based on this book, and so I'm already very deeply into it, as you can see. And so I do plan on doing 2 videos in the future where I will be doing a review on the book as well as analyzing the film itself and deconstructing it in a writing video where I'll talk about what makes a great romance. And so I'm really excited about it. Next book I have is The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, written by Junot Diaz. I know that Junot Diaz is actually involved in certain sexual harassment allegations, but for the sole purpose of reading, I'm going to separate the writer from that, and I'm going to read the book. I've heard nothing but great things about his work. Toni Morrison also praises him as well, so I'm looking forward to reading this. The next book I have, I actually got in Baltimore, but I wanted to also include it in this haul. It is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. I hope I pronounced that well. I'm not even going to go into what it's about because probably a lot of you guys have already read the book and I'm late on the train. But I do plan on doing a book review / reaction to the film itself again, because I did do a video talking about the film, but I kind of want to read this book and see if I still have the same opinions that I had about the movie. So yeah, so definitely look forward to that. The next book I have is actually an anthology, and it is Caribbean Exotic Poetry, Prose, and Essays. I read this actually from my Caribbean Women Writers class in the spring, and I felt absolutely in love with it. Actually, the first chapter of Edwige Danticat's Farming of the Bones, I read it in this anthology, and I absolutely loved it. And that's why actually my professor is the one that curated all the pieces for this book, centered on spirituality and sex and exoticism in the Caribbean. And so I'm really excited to read it. There's no book like this one. And so if you guys are interested in this, you can definitely get it on Amazon. It is an amazing collection, and I do plan on doing a review of it in the future. We are down to our last 2 books, so I'm going to be very, very brief. I have Vandermeer's Annihilation. I have not seen the movie yet because I wanted to read the book. I've heard the book is incredible, so I'm so excited to get into this book. Apparently it's a trilogy, so if I like it, I'll continue with it, and I'll also do a review on it. And I also have this book, which is a little bit older, I got it a few months back, but I wanted to include it as well, and that is The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. I'm super, super excited about this one too because it sounds extremely interesting because it centers on Indian culture, family ties and ancestry and storytelling, and so I'm really excited about this book as well. So guys, that wraps up my book haul. I'm so sorry if this is so long, but I had so many books that I just had to share with you guys. I have so many video ideas for these books too, so I'm really excited to get to them. Hopefully I read all of them by this year into the next. We will see. But let me know down below if you guys love this book haul, if you like the books in this book haul, if you've ever heard of the books that I've mentioned. Before I end this video, I will also say that I was recently in a live show with Steve over at the Lawn Gnome. If you guys have not heard of him, he is a YouTuber who does movie and book reviews and does just philosophical thoughts. He's also shares his political views. He's incredible. He's a great friend of mine, and I was just recently on his channel where we talked about identity politics in media and entertainment. And so if that sounds extremely interesting to you, I will leave a link to the video up above. It is also on my own channel, so you guys can go ahead and check that video as well. But please check out Steve's channel because he's incredible. He's amazing. And yeah, I praise him I feel like I praise him a lot on my channel. I guarantee you it's worth the hype. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.